This chromed up, white-legged, really stout skulled one here on screen right now is 78-10. She sells as lot 43. She's an incline, Annie up, hillbilly bone, bred to Frio. She's the oldest sow in the offering, but I think if you see her in person, she certainly doesn't look her age. This one is about as unique as it gets within this sale set. I think that's a pretty big statement because I do think there's a lot of unique pieces in this offering, but arguably none more so than this one. She's an incline, which incline was a boar that I bought from Knauth at Indiana. Incline was a boar that I needed at the time, and unfortunately we only got one crop of pigs out of him. But this is an incline. She's a litter mate to Octagon, which is a boar that we used here for a minute, and then he ended up at Lackey's and made some really neat sows there for him. The bottom side of the pedigree is where a lot of the intrigue comes from. Her mom is also the mother of King of the Hill and Little Bro. So she's out of the same sow. She's a maternal sister to those boars. She has unreal generating power. We bred her to Kingpin a year ago, and I'll let Boots tell you about that litter. We've got her bred to Frio. We've got her bred to that Never Before Sun. I did that. I remember the day that I did it. I was strictly thinking, let's get her bred to a Never Before Sun. Let's put her in position to keep a set of gilts. Let's give her a chance to do that one more time. She's still youthful. She still does a great job in the crate. I'm not going to tell you she'll raise 10 or 12, but she'll do what she needs to do to get the job done. This is 78-10, the incline sow.
Yeah, you mentioned that Kingpin litter, and it's always fun and it's always interesting when you're at a show of magnitude to see what the crowd, what the public, and what your peers gravitate towards. And this sow would have had a little Kingpin gilt. She was a Division I gilt. I believe she was Grand Reserve in Division I at Ohio last year. And it was very enjoying and a lot of fun. The amount of people that I respect and truly admire that the moment that this gilt came out of the ring at Columbus last year, the amount of people that were inquiring about her, trying to get her bought, trying to get her, relocated, and then once they kind of realized, she's an original Kingpin, their aggressiveness peaked up to a different level, and she was incredible. She was an incredible show gilt and one that looked a lot like her mom here. Looked like an incredible generator. There was actually a brother to her as well that sold very well in the spring showcase last year. That was shown by the Woodruff family in Iowa. Again, a very, very good Barra. Man, I think this sow is home run here, and I would tell you, man, if you could get even just one daughter out of this sow, the potential there is limitless. And she looks like she's got more than that in her right now. But man, this looks like a lot of fun to me. If you're wanting to build around something that has just such a cool pedigree and such an impactful pedigree, this is one of those few to me that is a very rare and unique opportunity to go ahead and tie right back into it.
That's a huge forearm. That's a really big skull. A big tail, and I can tell you where it all comes from. It comes from 108.10, that hillbilly sow on the bottom. This is the incline sow, 78-10. She sells as lot 43. She's bred to Frio. Again, that's the Never Before boar there at Lackey's, and she's due June 13th.